Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the January 12th Lebanon Board of Works meeting. Our first order of business will be the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, move on to roll call members. Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Becky McClure. Present. Bill Stoner.
Present.
Mayor Gentry.
Here.
Dick Robertson.
Here.
Alan Milburn.
Present.
Thank you.
Okay, move on to the approval of the minutes. We had
There.
technical glitch,
Yep.
so they were lost, but they will either be found or redone at our next meeting. So with that, move on to department head reports. First up will be Police Department, Chief Morgan.
Good evening, board members. Since January 1, the Lebanon Police Department has responded to 770 calls for service, and a total of 15 people were arrested for the following crimes. 3 for operating while intoxicated, 2 were wanted on a warrant, 1 for possession of a felon in possession of a firearm, 1 for domestic battery, 3 for possession of meth, 1 for possession of marijuana, 1 for unlawful possession of a legend drug, 2 for resisting law enforcement, 1 for child solicitation. In that same time frame, LPD took 14 crash reports and sent 2 handgun carry permits off to the state for final approval. We haven't done any training as of yet for this year, so I don't have anything on that. That's basically it.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions for Chief from the board? From the public? Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, next up will be Fire Department, Chief Batts.
Good evening, everyone. Quick report here. As what Chief Morgan said, a lot of the trainings and the workshops have been shut down over the Christmas holiday. Since the last Board of Public Works and Safety meeting, Lebanon Fire has responded to 368 emergency calls for service, logged 699 training hours. We've installed and inspected 6 car seats and completed 55 commercial inspections. Captain Sam Doherty has completed Indiana Fire Officer 3. Fire Officer 3 is a mid-level supervisor who performs both supervisory and first-line managerial duties. Can't say enough about Sam Doherty. He's a captain with our department. He's our CPR coordinator, a Hoosier burn camp counselor. Sam just constantly steps up and always does a very nice job for us, and we were happy he received his Fire Officer 3. We have taken delivery of Squad 213, and all of our trench rescue equipment is ordered. We were hoping to be operational by January 1st. That didn't happen. A lot of the equipment is yet to arrive, and we need to get it in service. So now we've moved the goalposts a little bit, and we're hoping by the 1st of February we'll be operational with our trench rescue program. LFD has a Lebanon High School intern for second semester, Elizabeth Popovitz. She will be spending the mornings throughout the week with our LFD crews, learning about the fire service. She's very excited and ready to go. And we always have a great response from the LHS interns. It's a wonderful program, and we're happy to be a part of it. That's all I have for this evening.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions for Chief from the board? From the public? Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next will be Parks and Recreation, John Messenger.
Good evening. Hope you all had a nice Christmas and New Year's. Good to see you all. Maintenance has been very busy with safety training and several snow and ice episodes over the last month. High winds kept us busy with some trees and branches falling throughout the parks. Also did a nice fall cleanup here with that nice weather we had last week, and working on our maintenance inside. There again, a lot of employees took PTO time to spend with their families over the holidays. They kind of saved those up. It's nice to see that. Since they've returned, they've been very busy, to say the least. Over Christmas break, Thomas Ingalls held a lifeguard recertification class, and our employees did real well. It's nice to see a bunch returning for the 2026 season. There again, the Big 4 Trail, I wanted to make a note. The trailhead is closed on Sam Ralston. It'll be closed most of the week. Utility work is being done there, and I just wanted everybody to be aware. They should be in and out of there, and they'll repair all the parking area where they damage it. They will repair it. I've been promised that. Boone County Extension Homemakers hosted their wreaths across America on December 13th. That was that big snowy cold day. I think there were maybe 10, 15 people there. It was a quick event, to say the least. But they were displayed throughout the holidays at the War Memorial in the park. We announced we will be announcing our 2026 blanket fort contest submission that we had quite a few. We'll award those tomorrow. Our employees will vote on that, and we had quite a few, but some very interesting forts that were made over the winter time there. We are now hiring for Seashore Water Park this summer. For this summer, applications can be found on our website at seashorepark.org or Lebanon Parks. Please bring a completed application to one of our open interview dates, January 14th, which is this Wednesday from 3:30 to 6:30. And also we'll have another one February 14th on a Saturday from 10:30 to 2:30. This will be held in our park office. Applicants must be at least 15 years old. Seashore Water Park pool parties are filling up fast. Make sure you check our website for available dates. And that's all I had.
Thank you, John. Any questions for John from the board? The public? Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, next up will be Engineering Department, Kevin Krulik.
Thank you. Good evening. Project updates around the city. Start off with a couple of unique one-off projects that we do from time to time. It's that time a year or time biannually that we do the State Road 39 bridge improvement inspections. We've completed all the work on the top side of the bridge. We're just really waiting for a good weather window before we can close traffic underneath. That's NDOT's requirement. They rightfully so. Neither would we want to be inspecting it in inclement weather, but they don't want to have the danger of lane shifts during inclement weather. So as soon as we see a good forecast in the near future, we'll get out there and complete that inspection and get that report filed with the state. Citywide lighting program is still ongoing. Essentially at this point, up to this point, we've been gathering data. The team at ESG has been gathering data, that everything from lighting data, as you can imagine, to crime and vehicle crash statistics, trying to develop a systematic approach to where lighting is needed most throughout the city. We have a call scheduled for tomorrow, actually, to review some of the early report out data that they have gathered and continue moving the analysis forward. Let's see. Other projects around the city, Grant Street Phase 2, nothing really to report. We have all the appropriations in place for the work that will be taking place and starting hopefully around April 1st with some of our underground utility work before we move into the full road reconstruction. Elizaville and Elm Swamp, we're just waiting on, appropriations are all in place, waiting on final contracts so that we can commence that project. But that will be happening in the spring as the weather turns. We've been working with the mayor's office and looking at taking some of the excess appropriation from there and how we can improve the pedestrian corridor that is Elm Swamp Road all the way up to 300 North. So we'll be possibly bringing some ideas back to you for spending some of the additional appropriation that we have in place. Let's see. No real updates on Fordyce Road. Wrapping that up. We've got just one little piece of concrete work to do there. Jumping across the city to the Witt Road project. We are soundly in the right-of-way acquisition phase of the project. Of the 32 parcels, we have 23 of the parcels clear, meaning we have contracts in place with owners. 13 of those parcels have been closed on and recorded, And so we're just marching our way through that, trying to wrap that up by the end of February to keep that on pace with a letting schedule in July this summer. The Noble Street project is a little ways behind that one. It doesn't let till 2029. But happy to report that all the field work is now complete for the geotechnical report, and preliminary findings are being reviewed by our consultants, as well as the environmental subconsultant has prepared a preliminary draft of the environmental document that is also being reviewed by Shrewsbury. State Road 39 corridor study. The study is now complete, as you saw the presentation back in early December. We're working with NDOT to revisit those conversations. Hopefully, that first week of February, we'll be sitting down with them. Downtown Phase 2 study. Data gathering is really complete at this point, and we're looking to set up a meeting next week to review some of the findings from our consultants at Crossroad. 180 makeover program projects, really nothing to report here. Essentially, all of our obligations have been complete. I do have one report that the Eichmann building has now obtained their state design release, so they will be starting the private side of those improvements. And I'll have more of an update in the coming days as I sit down with the owners of that building. Jumping to park projects. Still a lot going on the park side of things. We've got the Old Street Garage or the West Side Park Master Plan. The RFPQ for that BOT project was published in mid-December, and we closed out our Q&A period on the 5th. Based on that, we have an addendum ready to be issued, which will be issued on Wednesday the 14th. Proposals are due back to us on the 30th, and then we'll begin our work of interviewing through that selection committee to determine who that contracting team will be. Demolition work, though, is starting this week on the structures. So all of our utility terminations have been complete, and permits are all in place for that demolition work to begin this week. Pickleball courts, just one quick report that we did add the gate at Memorial Park on the east side of the courts. Got some requests that was needed, so that has been done and was wrapped up just before Christmas. Admiral Longley Park perimeter path is again waiting for a break in the weather for that work to get started in the spring. The Admiral Longley Park Storage Building renovations at 312 Thompson Street, that is moving forward, and the contractor is now on site and will be beginning some of the demolition and work associated with that project later in the week. Sorry, for some reason I zoomed all the way back to the top of this extremely long list. Here we go. Let's see. My apologies. Okay, Midland Trail Planning. We are also meeting with, I want to thank Derek Warren, the planning office has been meeting with Friends of Boone County Trails, as well as Zionsville Parks Department, looking at securing additional right-of-way and getting that corridor secure so that we can begin more of the planning process for that as that project moves forward. LPD projects, we are looking at some renovations to the existing headquarters building, and we'll be looking at, primarily we're going to do an evaluation of several things in the building, but I think we're going to look primarily towards water systems and HVAC systems at the request of Chief Morgan to make sure that we're getting those things properly functional and making sure that we're taking care of the environmental situations in the building with our officers. Then LFD projects, a lot going on over at the new station. Essentially at this point, all the underslab plumbing rough-in is complete. Base for the slab pours is being installed, and vertical construction should be beginning shortly on stem walls for the apparatus bay. Water tie-in has also been going on over the last week. You might have saw the boring equipment out there boring across Sam Ralston Road. Another smaller project up at Station 212 on the north side, we're also evaluating some building renovations there. We'll probably do that in concert with the the police department headquarters project to tie those projects together under a potential BOT project here in the near future. DPW projects, we're still on hold waiting for some new lights down on Indianapolis Avenue. As soon as those come in, we'll be reinstalling those. We're working with our friends at the county on the County Road 100 South and 400 East roundabout project. That project lets in February. Right now, we're in the utility relocation phase. We've completed our storm sewer work for that project to facilitate the roundabout construction. And we're just sitting tight, waiting for the other utility reconstructions to be completed before we go into construction later in the spring. LEAP district projects, a lot of stuff still happening in the LEAP district, a lot of new projects I'm going to bring onto the list here. We're primarily looking at projects associated with the Meta development on the north side of 32. That would include pavement reconstructions on 200 North and 350 West, as well as then a totally new construction project that will include the construction of 200 West, which is not an existing road out there, but extending 200 West from State Road 32 up to the old US 52. So those are all projects that are scheduled once we get through some final legal documents and final commitments on those that will be under construction later this year. County Road 300 North from the roundabout at Witt Road east to State Road 39, also scheduled for reconstruction in 2026. I don't have a definitive date or schedule at this time, but that is the commitment from the state that they will reconstruct that to a 4-lane cross-section this year. And with that is all the project updates I have.
That's it. All right. Any questions for Kevin on those projects? Anything for the public? Okay. Thank you, sir. All right. Next up will be Plan Department, Ben Bontrager.
Evening, board members. Talk a little bit about some of our activity over the last couple of weeks, but then I also do have some year-end totals for you. As I typically do, I'll just give you really the high-level stuff tonight, but then I'll also send out a more detailed document later to both Board of Works and council members. You can look at more detailed numbers related to year-end totals. So over the last couple of weeks, Planning Department did complete 104 building inspections. So even through the holiday periods, we are seeing pretty solid activity, a lot of stuff going on. There were 36 permits issued with one new single-family home permit amongst that list. So again, still seeing some regular single-family home activity construction, but as I get to our year-end numbers here in a little bit, you'll see that we were a little bit down this last year, primarily because of availability of lots for construction. But still seeing good, strong activity there, a lot of commercial, industrial activity, as you can probably imagine with all the big projects we've got going on. On the code enforcement side, again, very busy start to the year. 84 new cases in the last couple of weeks and about 160 investigative activities. So still seeing a lot of activity there that we're continuing to track and code enforcement. In terms of Planning Commission applications for the February meeting, kind of walk through some of our new stuff we got coming in. We did get 2 residential rezone requests. These are 2 small properties up on Witt Road in the Sunbrook area. 4-Star Real Estate Group. They filed a rezone request for those 2 properties to facilitate some small residential developments on infill parcels that are about 7 or 10 acres. So working on reviewing those for them, and we'll see potentially those moving forward at the February Planning Commission meeting. Other projects, special projects, I guess I could say, that we're working on. It is time to update our park impact fee zone improvement plan and ordinance. And so we've got a kickoff meeting this week with Baker Tilly to get that process started, along with our committee that was identified. So thank you to those who have volunteered to be part of that committee. That'll probably take a handful of months to get that moving forward. And that then would go to the Plan Commission for recommendation and council for approval on that ordinance. So looking to get that in the pipeline, probably in the March, April timeline to get that updated before our existing one expires after a 5-year period. So working hard to get that going quickly here so we can get through the process and get adopted. Second one, I'm helping Chief Morgan with some site analysis for potential new police station sites. That's ongoing. I also have Structure Points helping me out with a little bit of site, like high-level site analysis, just to see what would fit and how on different sites. I did have a quick meeting with Structure Point last week just to reel some very initial evaluation they've done, gave them some feedback that they're updating, then hoping to share that with Chief Morgan and some of his staff, hopefully within the next week or two. Probably looking to do a special work session with council, probably coming up, maybe even in February already, to review those and just see what kind of bubbles to the top and what direction we might be thinking might be a couple of options. So that is ongoing in the background, helping out with some of that site stuff. Now back to our year-end stuff. So first I'll give you the 2024 numbers and then 2025. So last year in 2024, we did 154 new single-family homes permits. In 2025, we're at 63, so less than half. And I will say the majority of that was due to availability. Sunbrook was starting to build out. Sunbrook Villas was starting to build out. So a lot of our existing neighborhoods were starting to build out. And with a little bit of the pause that we had to put on new residential development construction due to water availability, we've got a little bit of a lag there in 2025 where there weren't lots available. We expect to see that change pretty quickly here once we get to spring, summer this year. Lennar's got a couple of projects under development this year and with a lot of lots that'll be available. So that pipeline will fill back up as we get towards spring, summer this year with available lots. So we expect that number to increase again. On the commercial industrial side, we're about 1.9 million square feet in permitting last year and about 2.5 million square feet this year. So seeing that number increase as expected with the variety of projects that we've had submitted to our office, Lilly sites, Meta sites, but then also several other commercial industrial projects have also been submitted over the last year. And then just on fees collected, and general permit fees, we collected about $480,000 last year, about $436,000 this year, so slightly less, but pretty similar. Road impact fees were down quite a bit, about $830,000 last year to $340,000 this year. Really just depends on what projects are eligible and are required to pay road impact fees. So just saw a smaller number of them last year. Again, expect to see that going up again this year. Park impact fees, not surprising, was down with the single family permits down. So about 200,000 collected last year and about 70,000 this year. So that's a quick rundown of some of the numbers. We'll put together a little more, about 2 or 3 pages of some of this information, get that out. On the code enforcement side, not surprising, activity has increased significantly again. So in terms of new cases, they had in 2024, there were 877 new cases. This year we had 1,851 new cases, so 111% increase from 24 to 25. And so our 2-person code enforcement team has got a lot of things that they're processing. And in the case of total activities, so activities related to those new cases went from about 2,000 in 2024 to about 2,500 in 2025. Again, about a 27% increase in activity related to that as well. So a lot of good things happening last year. Real proud of the planning department team. Excited for what's coming. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Ben. Questions for Ben?
Ben, one question. On the code enforcement side, how much of those have been solved and taken care of?
We usually get what we call voluntary compliance in about 90 to 95% of the cases. I don't have an exact number, but I can get that for you. But it's usually between 90 and 95%. Okay, we have a few that are pending with legal team or with courts, et cetera, but we get voluntary compliance at about 90 to 95% of the cases.
That's all I need.
Yep.
Just curious. Thank you.
Any other questions for Ben from the board? From the public? Okay, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
All right, and next up will be Public Works Department, Scott Calvert.
Good evening, Board. Happy New Year. Our report for the Department of Public Works, we've had several salt and plow events. As you noticed, we've used 720 tons of salt to this point. I personally want to take a moment just to thank our technicians on both sides of the department for their work on this. As you noticed, most of these snow events happen either at night or a holiday or a weekend. So just want to thank them again for that. The department is out picking up Christmas trees right now, so put those out. And then we are continuing to pick up leaves as the temperatures allow our machines to work. So we are trying to get the leaves. We responded to 727 utility locates for the storm. They assisted with the salting and plowing also, and leaf pickup. And tomorrow we'll be doing potholes along with the leaves and Christmas trees. So if you have a favorite pothole, call the office, let us know where it is. We'll try and get to it. And that pretty much wraps us up. It's been focusing on those three things.
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate you guys' effort on the leaves. It's been a tough season for leaves, but if you can, I know I was talking with Jason today. If you're the homeowner, if you can kind of scrape them up a little bit, loosen them up, because a lot of them froze at the ground. So kind of fluff them up a little bit for the guys and make it a little easier too.
It's
for
a
them,
glorified shop vac. So yeah, considering we had snow, what started in November 19th, it really killed us on the leaves. But we'll continue. As long as it's above freezing, we'll get out there and try and get them. So appreciate your patience. We're trying.
Any questions for Scott from the board? From the public? Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, and last but not least, here, communications and community development, Joe LePage.
Evening, everyone. Just two topics to chat about. First off, our artistic additions continue to move forward throughout our community. The conversations are continuing regarding physical media. These are sculptures and things along those lines. Those discussions could be potentially being adding those physical media pieces to the municipal building, also along the Big Four Trail, and also Indianapolis Avenue. One brief kind of point about Indy Ave, the communications department is part of an overall kind of beautification conversation taking place within many agencies throughout our community, and some new friends we have as well to the north side of our community. And so that collaborative conversation continues. Also, on the artistic front, we're kind of pausing the major mural efforts at this time to move some direction elsewhere within that conversation. Second thing is our second semester interns. We have 3 in the communications department, 2 that are continuing from first semester, and we're adding 1 more as well from Lebanon High School. We're doing things a little bit differently this second semester this year. We are partnering with the Lebanon Community School Corporation, along with the Boone County Economic Development Corporation, and of course the City of Lebanon. We're going to turn some of our interns loose in those particular collaborative partners to teach our young people some basic photography and also videography skills, while also turning some content, hopefully useful content, for those organizations. And so nonprofits, don't be surprised if we reach out to you wanting to come and shoot a video at your location to be able to turn something over to you in the promotional sense. And so with the EDC in particular, we're going to be taking a tour of the business park as part of a Made in Lebanon video series, kind of blowing the minds of our young people to know what is being manufactured, global companies doing things right here in Lebanon and doing great work at that. And so being able to help educate our kids and teach them a valuable skill before they go on and do that great thing they're going to do. And so if you want to be able to reach out to us, nonprofit, and want some potential free advertising on the video or still photography kind of wavelength, you can send an email to info@lebanon.in.gov. That's all I've got.
Thank you, Joe. Any questions for Joe from the board? From the public? Okay, thank you, sir. All right, that includes department head reports. Move on to old business. Nothing on my agenda. Anything from the board? Okay. New business then. First item up is a street closure request from the Heart of Lebanon. You have a couple. This is the Fan Jam Winter Market.
Yes, good evening. My name is Sarah. I'm the event coordinator for the Heart of Lebanon. We have a really exciting, actually a couple of very exciting events coming up this weekend. One of the events is the NCAA Fan Jam, which is what we're requesting the road closure for. It's to kind of get people hyped up for the Final Four. The Indiana Sports Corps, they have a U-Haul that they have like a basketball court sort of thing that they roll out, along with like a vertical jump challenge. People will get a chance to see the NCAA trophy. They'll have giveaways, etc. So we're just asking for a portion of Washington Street to be closed down on that courthouse side between State Road 39 and Alley Oop for that to take place. I don't know. Yeah, so it's that part in the pink there, right in front of Four Finger Distillery that we're asking for. On Saturday, the event's from 11 to 2. They take about an hour to set up and tear down, so we're requesting the road closure right there from 10 to 3 p.m., 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Yeah.
Any questions or concerns with that from the board?
The only thing on here, it shows it's on the west, closed to the west side of the alley-oop or whatever. You want that closed to the east side, don't you? Because of the traffic and people and kids and all.
So it would be closed right there in front. The basketball hoop, we're going to have barricades and things set up, pedestrian barricades. Sorry, I'm trying to be able to talk in the microphone.
So do you want to extend it through the whole width of the alley as well in the intersection? I think that's what he's asking.
Yeah, sorry for the confusion there.
Okay, so it would be all the way, including the crosswalk.
Yes,
Closure.
yeah, it would
Okay.
include the crosswalk. Yes, sorry for the confusion there.
Any other questions on that from the board? Okay, entertain a motion then to approve the closure as requested.
I'll make a motion, we approve the street closure request.
Okay, motion, is there a second?
Second.
Second from Bill, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, that's approved. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, next up is a parking space closure request for the downtown blood drive. Also Hard Lebanon, Missy.
I'm Missy Krulik with the Heart of Lebanon. I'm asking for parking space closures. I've done this before, right next to our office, 5 parking spaces on South Meridian Street for February 3rd, April 7th, June 9th, August 11th, and November 10th this year. The blood drives will run from 1 to 5, so I'm asking for those parking space closures from noon to 6 p.m. on those dates.
Any questions or concerns with that from the board? It seems to have worked out pretty well in the past. So, except last time I tried to go and the bus was late, but it's okay. No, I know, I remember, it's okay. It was really, really cold that day, so I don't blame them. Okay, with that, we'll entertain a motion to approve the parking space closure request as presented.
Make a motion, we approve the parking space request as presented.
Motion approved from Bill, is there a second? And second from Judge, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Those are approved. Thank you, Missy.
Missy and Sarah, can I get a copy of what you showed us? Yeah, what you put on the screen and for the NCAA?
Perfect. All right, next up would be bid openings for our 2026 DPW annual supply bids. Kevin.
Thank you very much. Let me get connected here so we can share screens. So this is the bid opening tonight for the 2026 supply bids. Primarily, these are DPW projects, but could be used for any work, and they often do. This includes concrete supplies for things like our sidewalk cost share program, but other departments, parks departments, police and fire could also, in theory, use these public supply bid contracts. So share the screen here. What we've got here is this is just like all of our other bidding. This is through our online bidding platform at Quest CDN. So this is that project here. We can see here quickly that we received 4 bids that were all submitted either today or prior to the 5 p.m. deadline. And those bids came from Wilson Contracting LLC, Triangle Asphalt Paving Corporation, CE McLean County LLC, and JEG Enterprises LLC. So with that, we will move into the bid review and acceptance portion of the website here. And you can see all those bids. Again, you can see the submittal date was before the deadline, and you can see that they uploaded the required forms. So we will just switch all these to accepted. Save that. Say we're done. And then we will go to display. If my mouse works. Display, let me get the proper options here shown I'll show all. So again, there are a number of items that we bid on, from asphalt issues to stone and sand, to concrete work to seeding. And contractors that are submitting for this work are really just submitting for us to establish a contract and establish base prices, establish these unit prices for the year. So this is not maybe like your total, your typical, project reviews that we would see. So these are just to establish unit prices for the year. So again, we'll have some evaluation, but you can see under the Wilson Contracting LLC, they submitted for the concrete work as usual. And you can see the unit prices that they submitted on as well right there. Again, we'll evaluate this. As you can see, there are other contractors that submitted under concrete work as well. So we'll bring this back before you to properly review these and offer recommendations. Let's see. And then we've also got, I believe the CE McLean project also included concrete work as well. So again, under the CE McLean County LLC, they've got submittals for supplying stone and sand, as well as in supplying our concrete work. So that essentially wraps up our stone and sand and concrete submittals. Then the last column here is JE Enterprises LLC, locally known as Mr. John George. Mr. John George has submitted unit prices for supplying topsoil, straw mat, and seeding turf grass for the city. And that was the only package we got for those seeding related items. One other item on here that is a submittal from Triangle Asphalt Corporation. I'll have to review the documents they attached. I'm hoping that their unit prices associated with the asphalt work is included in there. It looks like perhaps they didn't enter into the proper forms here, but we can always review the documents that they provided to make sure to see if we had a complete bid package submitted. And there we go. There are their asphalt bids submitted right there. So there's always a check here for us on the digital format as well as in the paper copy that has to be scanned and uploaded. So again, we have now opened all the bid documents here for the 2026 annual supply bids. From Wilson Contracting, Triangle Asphalt Paving Corporation, CE McLean County LLC, and JEG Enterprises LLC. We will review all of these submittals and come back to you with recommendations for establishing contracts for the 2026 operations.
Thank you. All right, bids have been now opened, so we'll take those under advisement and we'll look to award those at our next meeting. Next item up here is our change order number 1. This is concerning the Admiral Park Storage Building renovations. Kevin?
I'm going to ask that we table this one. We didn't get full documentation until this afternoon, so that was not able to be put into your agenda packets. So we will just delay this until the January 26, 2026, when we take that up again.
Can I get a motion to table item D then?
I make a motion, we table item D.
Motion to table, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. And aye. It's been tabled. We'll take it up at our next meeting. All right, that concludes what I have for new business. Anything from the board? Okay, move on to claims. Entertain a motion concerning the claims. Motion to approve the claims. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Bill. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, any announcements or discussion? Okay, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make motion we adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alan. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, we are adjourned. Our next Board of Works meeting will be January 26th at 6:15 p.m. We are adjourned.